Pisces, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Pisces love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Pisces tarot reading for you. These cards are ready to talk, so let's get on with this Pisces love reading today. Today, we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. And I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you, like the shared energy affecting you both here in October 2022. And Pisces, I'm going to get 3 cards for you, 3 cards for your person. Then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get started on this Pisces love reading today. Let's get one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Pisces and their romantic person of interest here in October 2022. What's the mutual point of interest affecting Pisces and their person? Thank you. Make sure nothing else flipped. Okay. Let's get 3 cards for you, Pisces. What's going on with Pisces as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them for October 2022, please? Okay. You got something extra here. Okay. I guess I got to get 3 cards for your person now. So what's going on with Pisces' romantic person of interest as it relates to Pisces and the connection between them for October 2022, please? Let's get 2 more for Pisces' person. Let's get 1 more, please. Oops, upside down. I don't read reversals, so you've probably seen me already flip them right side up. I don't even pay attention to when I do it. The only time I don't do that is when I go to flip one right side up and then I get yelled at and it's like, no, don't. So then I don't, and I read it to you in reverse. But anything that came out in reverse here was not supposed to be. It let me flip them right side up with no qualms about it. So here we go. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the King of Cups. So this is either Pisces or Scorpio energy usually. This is someone who is a decision maker, but it's someone who is like emotionally balanced when they make their decisions. So they consult their emotions when they decide things. They consult their intuition when they decide things. This is like heart over head decision making. Even if like the facts of what I see right in front of me tell me to do one thing, like the common sense of that, I still will go based on what I feel. And even though there's facts here, I could feel like it might be different than that. So it can also be an energy of someone who has love and emotions for someone but doesn't outwardly express that. Like the King of Cups doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, so he doesn't always publicly broadcast how he feels about things. So this could be you love someone or have strong emotions for someone, or they for you, and whichever one that is isn't saying anything about it. They're keeping it to themselves. This could also be someone is in emotional pain, emotional turmoil, and they're not saying anything about it. They're keeping it to themselves. Could be any of those options. At the beginning, this is just going to give me like the gist of what this reading is going to be about. I've got the 8 of Pentacles next. This is Virgo energy of putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something to get what you want, or at the very least having the willingness to put in that work, time, effort, and energy. On a connection, it looks like 2 of Cups is Cancer energy. This is a love connection, an emotional connection between 2 people. Like I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected. But it is a 2, and in tarot, 2s are about making choices or decisions here. So this can sometimes represent that willing to put the work in on this connection here. I still have all these strong emotions and feelings, and they're guiding me to put the work in on this connection. It can also represent a choice in the connection too, about whether or not to put the work in and not really showing your hand about how you feel about it. I do have the Lovers behind the 2 of Cups. Now, the Lovers is the Gemini Major Arcana card. So this can be a very powerful love connection here. This can be like, this is divine feminine, divine masculine energy on the same deck. And that can mean divine counterparts. Now, this is not factual data here. This is just overall gist that someone is feeling a connection and someone is feeling this lover's energy. Doesn't mean that this is actually two people that are supposed to be together. That always drives me nuts when tarot readers do stuff like that. Like they'll do twin flame readings and convince people that this person you're with is your twin flame, and to them this card means twin flame. It has nothing to do with twin flames. And I don't do that stuff in my readings, because to me that does more damage to people than it does to help them. It's responsible for keeping so many people in a toxic relationship with a jerk that hurts them constantly. It has for years, and just runs that same cycle over and over again. And that twin flame stuff will convince people that, well, I'm supposed to be with this person, so I'll just put up with it, and eventually they'll love me the way they're supposed to. And that just keeps people stuck. So I'm real in my readings, and I give you the actual, like, what these cards are saying to me, and there could be some decision in this connection. I've got a 2, a decision. I've got the Lovers. A long time ago, this card wasn't called Twin Flames. A long time ago, it was called Love, and before that even, it was called The Choice. So at its core, this card is really about making some sort of a choice in a connection like this, or even a choice between more than one lover. See, I've got a very confusing message here, because there are emotions that aren't being expressed related to working on something or putting in some kind of work. 2 cards that could mean either a really powerful love connection, or a choice about that connection, or even a choice between more than one person. And then I've got the 6 of Pentacles, Taurus energy of balance. It's like generosity, reciprocity. Like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. You take care of me, I'll take care of you. This is usually a card of equal give and take, or putting in the work on a connection and making the choice to balance it out. However, every card has a positive and negative aspect to it. The negative aspect to this can represent the merchant giving to 2, as in having more than one person that they're involved with and giving emotions to 2 people. And there's a decision that has to be made. This is Libra energy of a decision that needs to be made, only it hasn't been made yet. Either because there's not enough information to decide, or there's something that someone can't see, hence the blindfold, or there's someone or something that someone doesn't want to see. They don't want to look at it. They don't want that to be the truth of the matter. And that denial of that is like causing the decision not to be made somewhere. Related to the 6 of Swords, which is Aquarius energy of moving forward into calmer waters. So it's preventing some decision being made of moving forward. Like, this at its core is about moving away from a very mentally and psychologically painful thing, leaving that behind you, moving away from the pain and forward toward what you want. There's an implied choice that goes with this card, though, and the choice is like this: some painful thing happened and you're moving away from it. When you move forward, are you going to carry the burdens that that painful thing caused for you? Are you going to carry that stuff forward with you? Or are you going to learn the lessons that the painful thing taught you and carry that forward with you? So there's some indecision here about leaving something behind and moving forward. Related to Judgment, which is a final decision being made. In a love reading, this is a decision of, are we going to call this dead and over with, or are we going to resurrect it? Are we going to bring it back from the grave, like bring it back to life and transform it so it's never that painful way again? And the 5 of Cups under that is Scorpio energy of sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled, and all the love and emotions and time, effort, and energy that's been spilled, all the work that we've put in that's been spilled and wasted. And at the same time, there's still 2 upright cups. There's still the 2 of Cups in the background. So either a love connection, still emotions in the connection in the background, or in the background, what has caused the spilling of these 3 cups is actually a 3rd cup, and there's a choice between more than one lover, and that's weighing heavily on someone's mind here. 3 of Swords, Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness from a 3rd energy. I'm almost convinced now that there's a 3rd person involved here already. It happened quickly and abruptly, and it's six. I got the Eight of Wands, second fastest energy in the deck, like rapid forward movement on something, like rapid passionate messages, rapid action on something there's passion for. The Fool, taking the blind leap of faith. Like, I don't need to know what the steps are. Screw it. I'm just doing it, and I'll worry about it as I go along. Or it could even be foolish, risk-taking behavior, taking risks outside of the connection type behavior. And the Six of Cups, Scorpio's energy of like the past, thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days, or even representing someone from the past. It's like there was some leap of faith taken with someone from the past. Probably happened quick. It's probably overwhelming for you. And there has been some final decision that's left you with spilled cups and a broken heart and a whole bunch of sadness and regrets, and either dwelling on the past, or the other person is someone from the past, as in like someone that could be someone they were previously with romantically. It could just represent someone they were never with romantically, but have known this person for some period of time. This is like not a brand new person. It's not like going to the nightclub and meeting some new person spur of the moment that night and then things unfold this way. This is someone that was already known before. And there's a tower underneath that, like the collapse of everything. The way I believed this was going to be turns out not to be accurate, and it all falls apart. It all goes to hell in a handbasket. And then we've got the Page of Coins, like planning for the future after all of your plans had collapsed. Whew. Jeez. Jeez. I expected to see like maybe 3 or 4 cards that would give me the idea of what's going on. That was a whole chapter, it felt like. I mean, seriously, I went that deep in the deck here. It's probably like almost a third of the deck, maybe a quarter of the deck deep. That's the overall gist of what this reading is probably going to talk to me about. Either that happening or the ramifications thereof. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that's affecting both of you, Pisces. It's affecting you. It's affecting your person. It doesn't always have to affect you both in exactly the same way. Sometimes it's a case of they did what I just saw here, and now this is affecting you. Sometimes it's a case of it's some external thing that you're both actually feeling and acting and thinking this way. Sometimes it's different for both of you in slight varying ways. But we got the Six of Wands as that shared energy that's affecting you both. This is a Leo energy of recognition. Like either being recognized for something, or much more likely some recognition happening, like you recognizing something or your person recognizing something. Whatever was recognized allowed forward movement to happen. Tell me more about this Six of Wands, please. Why is that the mutual point of interest? Oh, wow. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is a card of detachment, like emotionally detaching, physically walking away. The person is walking away from 8 full cups of love because they believe there's something more out there for them. They're making the conscious decision to walk away from what they have, to go down a new path toward what they believe is going to be their own happiness and their own fulfillment. They're leaving 8 cups behind to go look for the 9th and the 10th cup. Sometimes this is one of those people that has like, is the grass greener on the other side of the fence syndrome, where they want to run off and see if this new opportunity they have is going to be better than what they currently have. And what they usually find out is, no, dumbass, the grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence. The fence has nothing to do with it. It's greener where you water it. It's where you nurture it. It's where you pour something into it. That's where it's greener. So usually this kind of person will find it's not greener over there, and then they'll try to come back at some point later. This could just represent that someone emotionally detached here based on something that was recognized. They may not have even like spoken about it. They may have just kept the emotions of it themselves. You also have the possibility here that someone is just not speaking about their emotions and is detached and walking away. 8 of Wands, that's second fastest energy in the deck. It's Sagittarius energy of like rapid forward movement on something, rapid progress on something. It could even be like a whole lot of energy coming at one of you all at once, to the point where it's like it's too much. It's like overwhelming. You can't process it and deal with it all at once. It's just too much. It's like taking a drink of water out of a fire hose. It'll like blow your head off. Could be that the emotional detaching has caused some feeling of overwhelm, or the detaching and walking away happened very, very fast. That is so... I'm feeling that it's overwhelming, that there has been an emotional and physical detachment. I got the Hanged Man next, which is like conflicting with this 8 of Wands big time. This is fast movement. This is progress halted. There is no movement whatsoever. Dead stop, complete standstill, not moving at all. So this is slightly confusing here. That's underlying what this 6 of Wands energy is about, of like recognizing something, and what you recognize allowing you, possibly to detach and move forward. Could be what you recognized was rapid back and forth, passionate communications. Could be that there has been a detaching and a whole lot of communicating, and what you're recognizing is that this isn't getting me anywhere. I'm kind of stuck. What actually clarifies this 6 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, this is making more sense now. This Wheel of Fortune can be divine timing, so it can be like something's going to happen when it's supposed to. There's nothing you can do to speed it up or slow it down. It's on its own timing. This can represent the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny. So it can be some fated event, like what was supposed to happen was some recognition here, and what you recognize allows you to move forward successfully. And it just happens to be that what you recognize is you have to emotionally detach and go down a new path, because you deserve better than 8 cups. And 8 cups is the best this person is ever going to be able to give you. So you got every right to detach from that and go get what you're supposed to have, your own happiness, your own fulfillment, like true love. It's like walking away, recognizing you're supposed to do that, and that's what's supposed to happen. This can even represent like a change in the luck and fortune. If things were going great in the connection, this is the wheel spinning the other way, and it went to hell in a handbasket very fast. Like very fast. Like detaching and walking away happens abruptly, and now everything is stuck because of that. Now, it gets interesting when you combine it with this next card, the Devil. This is heavy toxic energy. This is like a feeling of obsession or addiction, or like feeling trapped, feeling like you can't escape, feeling like something's got control of everything. You're not in control, something else is. It's like it could be a part of your person's shadow, like a piece of themselves that they don't like and they don't want you to see, and they don't even want to see it themselves, so they push it down and hide it in the shadows and repress it and pretend like it's not there, and they never face it and deal with it. So it ends up creating spots in their life that are toxic, where there's pain involved. It causes them to repeat the cycle of doing that. When I have both of these together, even in like the same reading, let alone directly next to each other, this is the karmic hamster wheel. This is doing the toxic shit that you're supposed to learn a lesson from, and not learning the lesson, refusing to face it, refusing to learn the lesson, and then having to repeat the lesson again, and going through that constant cycle of doing it and doing it and doing it. Now, whether this applies to both of you in some way. This could just be telling you this person has some sort of a toxic cycle that they run. This could be telling you that you also have some sort of toxic cycle that keeps happening because there was a lesson you were supposed to learn and you didn't, so you're repeating it, which I've seen happen. I mean, I have a Pisces friend who this has happened to. Like, She gets with a toxic guy who treats her like crap. And then she finally changes things and gets away from him, and the very next one is the same person, just in a different wrapper, a different package. It's like the same thing, because she's not learning the real lesson, that it's about having her own approval, not the approval from another person. Like loving herself, not having to have someone else to make her feel loved. She's in control of that. It's like she doesn't have her own cups full, and she keeps repeating these painful, toxic things where she feels trapped in them, and there's all this pull to the connection because she wants it so bad, but it's not really meant to be. It's like it's meant to be a lesson. Then when you recognize that it's a lesson and learn the lesson and carry that forward with you, ta-da, awesomeness. But that's not what's happening here. So again, I don't know yet if this is your person repeating the toxic thing, or if you have some lesson you were supposed to learn from the previous relationship or the one before that, and now you just keep getting the same person in a different package. At the core they end up being very similar, and it's the same crap again. It's like keeps going back and forth, same thing. Like it could be both of those things at the same time. It could be one for you and one for the very next Pisces that watches after you. So we'll see how it unfolds, but take it however it resonates for you. This Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. I guess I didn't tell you, this is also Capricorn major arcana. This represents the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. But this is Capricorn, and this is a decision again. It's a 2, and it's like weighing the options, weighing the pros and cons, like asking questions that are opposing to each other, like yes or no, do I, don't I, should I, shouldn't I. It's like you can't turn left and you can't turn right at the same time. In the same way, these two things that you're going back and forth about, you can't have them both at the same time. This could represent even just being off balance. Your emotions are rough and choppy with the waves in the background here. This could even represent someone juggling 2 people. It's got the devil next to it. That could be the toxic cycle that this person runs, and that you're just now recognizing. And it's like they emotionally detach. They do all this rapid forward movement and passion some other direction that's not you, and put the brakes on your connection, and then leave you in this 4 of Cups energy where you're not happy that there's 3 cups involved, and you keep daydreaming about this person because you thought there was a connection. Or maybe you reconcile with this person, you take them back after they do this to you, and then you can't get the idea of that other cup they brought in out of your mind. This could even be them offering you a cup of love and you not being sure, should I accept it or should I reject it, and having just not decided yet, because you still have hope that this can be healed. But at the same time, there's only one path that leads you to the world you really want, and the other path you got to leave behind. So it could just be you recognizing things along those lines. Doesn't necessarily have enough here to convict your person of doing dumb stuff they shouldn't have been doing. But that possibility is definitely here. It's not uncommon at this stage. I don't fully understand what this is trying to tell me yet. Once I go through your energy, I'll come back to this, and then I'll be able to see how it relates to you. Then I'll come back to it again when I go through your person's energy, and I'll be able to see how it relates to them. But that's the shared energy I have so far. Your energy, Pisces: 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and these two came out together, the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Okay, now I'm being called back in here, because when I showed you that, having the hope that this can be healed, and then the one path leads you to what you want and one path doesn't, the very next card is that Ace of Wands. It's a passionate new beginning. It's like re-sparking the passion and the desire, but this is also the Ace of Wands. The wand is the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. It represents the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sex, sexual energy. And the 5 of Swords, mentally and psychologically painful situation, betrayal, based on the wand, probably based on juggling 2 people. And it leaves you in spots where you probably want to put the work in on it, and want to fight for the connection, and want to recombine the love that's been separated back into one, and that's what you try to manifest, and you end up manifesting it back, and every single time it ends the same way. There's the tower collapsing, because it's this toxic cycle that just keeps happening. This is either there's a toxic cycle specifically between you and this person, or your person has some toxic, he's on the toxic karmic hamster wheel and he can't get off of it, or there is still the potential that this also is affecting you in some way, and that for some reason you keep ending up with people like this, or you keep allowing this person to do it to you again and again and again. It's one of those two things. So take it how it resonates for you. This Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. I feel like I've said Capricorn a lot. I do have more Capricorn out here. I've got Pisces, I've got what could be Scorpio, I've got the 4 fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. You could be dealing with another Pisces and Aries. You could be dealing with any of those signs. You could literally be dealing with any sign. This is a general collective reading, so I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. I'm tapping into a large group of Pisces people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. So I'm just going to call out whatever signs like prominently stick out to me. That way, in case they mean anything to you, because it's going to be almost impossible to pin down exactly who you're dealing with. But this is Capricorn energy. 4 of Pentacles is an energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles, please. Why is that the first card in Pisces energy? See, a person's first card is always the most important card in their energy. And yours is about holding on to something that you don't want to let go of. That could be holding on to this connection to this person. This could be financial stability and trying to hold on to what you have and not lose it. Could be any or all of those things at the same time even. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Pentacles. So that's the next step up from here. This is either holding on to something that you don't want to lose and then being cast aside and left out in the cold and kind of just like discarded and thrown away. This is a breakup card. And still wanting to hold on to them. Or this is about wanting to hold on to what you have financially or physical possession wise, and not wanting to be in this state where you lose it all, where financial collapse, some devastating loss of physical resources of some kind. Could be either or both. I think you're spending some time trying to heal and trying to think about what to do moving forward. This is Libra energy, 4 of Swords. It's like stabilizing the thoughts and the mind and calming the mind and trying to heal or trying to figure out what to do after some breakup has occurred, or after something has happened to make you feel abandoned or feel cast aside or feel not good enough in some way, and trying to figure out how to process that. I do have the Ace of Pentacles next though, which is some practical, tangible, real world opportunity presenting itself. This is the seed with the potential to grow into the 10 of Pentacles that we all want. It's not the 10 of Pentacles. It's going to take work and time and effort, energy to get from here to the 10 of Pentacles. But this is something that has potential to it, and it's some physical like opportunity. Oh my God, it's not even your opportunity. It was their opportunity. It's tied directly to this 7 of Swords energy. This is Aquarius energy of, well, it might be your opportunity. I shouldn't say that, because if this is your opportunity, this is you not wanting to be hurt by an opportunity. This can represent stealing these swords because you don't want to be hurt by the swords. He's stealing the 5 swords, and the 5 of Swords is that mentally and psychologically painful thing. It can even be a betrayal, not wanting to feel that again and having a new opportunity and trying to think about what to do about this new opportunity, because I don't want to feel this way again. I don't want to feel not good enough. I don't want to be betrayed and abandoned. So it could be that what you're holding on to here is some toxic thing that has already happened to you that's still got you destabilized. It could be even that. Something related to a breakup and then having to figure out what to do next. This could be your person had some physical, real world opportunity to lie and cheat and sneak around behind your back and be deceptive. I got a Knight of Pentacles. So either the whole process of like figuring out what to do moving forward here is happening way slower than you wanted to see it, or this is representing your person as someone who knows what they're supposed to do, it just isn't doing it. He's got the seed of abundance, that Ace of Pentacles in his hand, but the field in the background is empty. He hasn't planted the seed. He knows he's supposed to. He knows he has it. He's looking right at it. Just still hasn't done it. So this could be your person is that. They know what they should have done when faced with this new opportunity, and what they chose to do was be sneaky instead of what they should have done. Yeah, King of Cups. There's that Scorpio or Pisces energy. This can also represent the person that you have a lot of love and emotions for, but either you don't express it or they don't express it. I think it's talking about them. Like they move forward with a cup of love, advanced a love offer, while there was this combined together element of your lives. Like, this would be people who like live together or are married or are like in a committed relationship where things are going in the direction eventually of living together. Like the King and the Queen of Pentacles build this together. I've got the Queen of Pentacles out here as your person's first card, but I'm missing the King of Pentacles. I don't have that. So there is some separation here. There definitely is. There's a breakup. And it's like they did this advancing of a love connection, probably behind your back, probably kept the lid on that, didn't let you know, and that caused an ending to this whole either the living together or the being married or being in the commitment that's going that way. It caused an ending to that. Yeah, and even though you saw what happened, like it got exposed eventually and you could see it for what it was, it got illuminated. You still have an element of happiness tied to this person and an element of love and emotions and connection tied to this person, which is why you're in this back and forth, 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. Do I, don't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Are they going to do this again, or can they be fixed? I've got this energy of like wanting to balance it out, but at the same time, it can also be an energy of like the Merchant being in your person, giving to two. And even though that got exposed and you saw that that's what was going on, there's still this Four of Pentacles holding on tightly to something and not letting go of it. That's the card I'm clarifying for you right now. So anytime I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card, that's the universe beating me over the head to make sure I relay it to you. Like, dude, I'm telling you, they're holding on to something and they don't want to let go of it. Here's everything in between what they're holding on to, and yet they still don't want to let go of it. Which means that this person probably repeats this type of a cycle with you more than once. If not with you, they did it somewhere else before you, probably more than once. This is not their first lap, is what I'm trying to say, in terms of acting this way and doing this type of a thing. But there is also still something about you where you haven't learned the lesson from this. You're still trapped in it and you're repeating it because there's an element that you still won't let go of. There's something that you don't want to face about yourself that's making you feel like you can't let go of it, like it's too strong to get away from. Let me put all this stuff back here. That's what's underlying this Four of Pentacles here, this holding on and not wanting to let go of something, whether that's your person, whether it's more than that. Clarifying that, I got the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, Strength, and the Fool. So the Page of Swords, pages are messengers. So this would be news, messages, communications. This could be speaking the truth. This could be like immature communications, premature communications. This could be an energy of someone who wants to learn something or is trying to figure something out. Like, hell, what we're doing right now in a tarot reading, trying to gain insight and learn something about your person and your connection, qualifies as the Page of Swords. This could also be like snooping around, like spying on somebody, asking questions to other people about so-and-so, trying to figure them out, or snooping at their Facebook page, or like going through things, trying to figure out what's going on, or even represent like accidentally finding something that told you what was going on, or someone saw something and came and told you about it. It could be any of those things. But it's almost like, it feels like you're trying to figure out how to hold on to this. You're trying to figure out how to get to the Three of Cups, which is Cancer energy of reconciliation. It's about being reunited and celebrating. Could also be you're holding on to an idea here of what you found out about a third party, and you can't let go of that, because there are 3 cups of love in this picture. So this can represent a third party love connection. This doesn't even have to be one that this person did. It could be one that happened to you in the past, and now you can't let go of that toxic thing that happened to you and the pain that it caused you, and you're still trying to figure it out, still holding on to that, trying to figure it out. It could be either of those things. So we got this 9 of Pentacles here of Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. This is with you or without you. I'm single and abundant and prosperous in my own right. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need you to take care of me physically. I don't need you to take care of me financially. I can do all of that. Doesn't mean that you want to be single. It just can represent that you are single. This can also be, it's talking to me about you're still wanting to hold on to this person. And let me just tell you what this jerk did. You found out, because either you found it or somebody told you about it, that there was a third cup of love and he was acting single when he wasn't single. It could be that. It could just be you trying to figure out how to reconcile this, and you're single, and being single is a very difficult situation. It could be that the third party and still holding on to someone after that, probably for more than the first time, is very difficult to get through. That's what strength is. It's Leo major arcana energy of like being in a situation that's so hard to get through that you have to dig down deep and tap into your internal strength that you have in order just to make it through it. It can even be trying to rein yourself in and trying to tame that beast inside yourself, trying to hold yourself back and not let your emotions get the best of you, or make some sort of a harsh decision that ends up being a mistake, like trying to stop yourself on something. Or it could just be that you're going through something difficult because there was a third party and they were juggling to, and that's why there's been a breakup. But the Fool is the final energy here, which is, it's about taking that blind leap of faith on something. It can represent foolish behavior, can represent risk-taking behavior. Like taking risks outside of the connection. Next, I have the Ace of Pentacles for you. This is, again, we already saw this in the story on the bottom. It's a new opportunity being presented, some physical, tangible opportunity presenting itself. I would hope that this is your opportunity for something, but it could just as easily be your person had an opportunity and it's showing up over here because that's part of what's affecting you. Tell me about this Ace of Coins. Why is that here for Pisces? Why is that here for Pisces, please? Could be that you're holding on to something that you view as an opportunity as well, that you think is one, or that you think is one, or maybe you feel is one. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy, very fast forward movement, overwhelming amount of energy coming at you, or this was an opportunity to take rapid forward action on something there was a lot of passion and desire for. I have another 8 and another 8 I've got 3 8s in a row. 8, 8, 8. And I also have the Strength card out here, which is the 8 of the major arcana. It rules over the 4 8s of the deck. So you've been overwhelmed with something, hence needing all the strength. And you're struggling with a decision here. Yes, you're going back and forth between, do I put the work in on it with this person? Do I continue putting my time, effort, and energy into this with this person? Or is this going to just repeat the same damn thing again? And maybe I should detach emotionally and detach physically. This is Pisces energy. Like, walk away from the 8 cups that I get from them, because 8 is the best they can give me. And I deserve better than 8. Could even be, now I hate to say it, but it could even be a physical opportunity presented itself for fast forward movement on passion and desire with someone at work, and ultimately led to them detaching and walking away and following their wand instead, causing a painful situation, fighting, arguing, bitter words, betrayal, mental, psychological pain. This could be like malicious. It could turn into like, now I want to hurt you like any way I can, especially when you got that kind of crap out here. Whatever happened ultimately led to a tower and then the star, because the star is the card that comes after the tower. You don't make it to the star without the tower happening first. Things came crashing down, and it was really hard to see, like, which path do I move forward on? And this is where healing and hope come from. It's how you see the path to move forward from. I think this opportunity was your person's. It's affecting you for sure. I've got the 4 of Cups, Cancer energy. So not being fully happy with what's in front of you. Notice 3 cups are in front of you here. The 3rd cup of love. Not being happy with that. And thinking about this other thing that might bring you happiness and fulfillment. That other thing could be holding on to the relationship and not letting these 3 cups be there anymore. This could be the 3 cups thing happened, and you can't shake that. You can't get that out of your feelings. You can't quit being distracted by that. It's overwhelming. This could be your person wasn't fully happy where they were, and they kept daydreaming about the other cup they wanted to go dip their wand in. Man, it's almost too like this person is focused on these 3 cups. It's possible they don't even see this cup here. It's possible they had an opportunity and you were so busy doing what you were doing that you didn't even, thought never crossed your mind until you found something or were told something by someone else. 9 of Cups is next. This is Pisces energy. This is wish fulfillment. This is personal happiness and fulfillment. I'm getting dual messages here. There's piece of this applies to your person. When they get what they want, they're not happy with it. That they always daydream about this next thing that will get me my actual happiness and fulfillment. And the next thing is always the 3rd cup. For you, it's like you're not happy with the way things are, and you keep daydreaming about your person. And when are they coming back? When are they offering me their cup of love? Or should I offer them my cup of love? And you're like distracted by trying to focus on the past. Like, notice the Page of Swords is looking to the past. And it's almost like your wish fulfillment would be reconciliation. Could also be telling me that your person's wish fulfillment is 3-party stuff, or always wishing for the next cup I don't have, even when I'm in a connection. Could be that that's how they get their personal jollies from. What this Nine of Cups is supposed to be, though, is it's supposed to be your goal for love and emotions. Like, most people's goal in this realm is the Ten of Cups, that happy fairy tale love connection that we all want, like combining together in love and being fully in love with each other. But the real goal is supposed to be this, because you can't ever get to the Ten of Cups without you being in the Nine of Cups first. I'm getting ready to talk to you about manifesting, because the Magician is the next card, the Mac Daddy Master Manifester. If you are in this nine of Cups state where your personal happiness and wish fulfillment comes from inside you, not from some external person. You don't need an external person to pay attention to you because you pay attention to yourself. You don't need their approval because you approve of yourself. You don't need them to love you because you love yourself. You've already filled all 9 of your cups up. They're already full. You're happy in and of yourself. You're content in and of yourself. You have a complete absence of projecting lack into the universe. You're not looking for someone to come and fill your own cups up for you. You've already done that. When you're in that state and you're not manifesting lack anymore, you're not in the 3 of Cups where you're projecting the need to be reconciled with someone. You're not in the 4 of Cups where you're not happy and you're projecting the lack of this other cup that you think would make you happy. When you're not doing that and you're in the 9 cups, you don't do that anymore. And you're projecting, I love myself, I have all full cups. When you're projecting, I need this external person to reunite with me in order to feel whole and happy and be able to celebrate, you're projecting you're getting reflected back to you a person that's in the 3 cups, where they like 3 cups of love and they're never happy where they're at. They're always daydreaming about the other cup. This is how you attract, it's how you manifest a person that does that to you, is being in those states. When you're in this state, that's how you project the complete absence of lacking anything. And then you get reflected back a person that is also in this state. And when these 2 people come together, you don't need their love and approval, and they don't need yours. But you pour it into each other anyway, and it overflows the cups, and then you get to that 10 of Cups that we all want. That's the only path to the 10 of Cups. And most people try to manifest the relationship they want and the opportunities they want by projecting something less than the 10 of Cups, by projecting lack. And I think that might be what's going on here. It's so strange, though, because above the Magician is the 9 of Cups, the singles energy, being emotionally single. And beside it is the 9 of Pentacles, being physically single. But also being able to take care of yourself physically and financially, and being able to love yourself and take care of yourself emotionally. That's what you have an opportunity to manifest, that even if what you're going through is some sort of a painful thing you're feeling with this person. If it's a painful thing you're feeling with them, if it's a cycle that they've put you through, you still have the ability to step into those energies and manifest from where you're supposed to, and not from some position of lack. But I feel like your person gets jollies from third parties. They manifested the situation. Their thoughts, their actions created the situation that led you being single, both physically and emotionally here. It created the spot that you needed all this strength to get through, probably by them taking risks outside of the connection, being a player. The card that came before this is the Hierophant, Taurus Major Arcana energy of commitment. It's about being in a committed connection, a committed relationship, taking things to the next level. And in the midst of that, they created a situation that was wishy-washy, and them being in and out and back and forth and non-committal, and probably having shifting loyalties, and couldn't stay in one place for too long, and was rushing in and getting what they want all passionate, and rushing somewhere else all passionate and getting what they want there, and going back and forth and playing both sides of the fence, taking risks outside of the connection, while they were in a commitment with you that probably seemed like a perfect opportunity for you to finally get your wish fulfillment. But the truth is, it's a toxic dumpster fire. It's a karmic hamster wheel. It's a lesson that you learn through going through something painful. And I'm hoping that you're not repeating it for, the second, third, fourth, fifth time, however long that is. The final card that came out for you, you actually got two, the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. It's like rushing forward, taking rapid, very decisive action on something. This is not the person who comes rushing in super fast and then sits down and thinks about it or reads the instruction manual trying to figure out what to do. This is the person who doesn't think about it. They just do it. They don't think about it before. They don't think about it during. They do it. They are out. And then they think about it later, which can be problematic at times, especially when combined with this Fool energy that's like, just go for it. You don't need to think it through. You don't need to know anything. Just do it. Figure it out as you go. Plays right in line with that. And it's also got the Ace of Wands with it, the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. This is either A, you making some rapid, decisive action toward re-sparking the connection with this person, trying to fire the connection back up, or this is your person affecting you again by being I'm not thinking anything through. I'm just doing it, and I'm following my wand. I'm just doing it. I'm taking some passionate new beginning, and I'm not thinking about it before or during. I'll wait till after. I think that's what created the situation I'm seeing here. Tell me about this Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, please. Yep. Bottom of the deck. You cannot make this shit up, Pisces. Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy of abandonment, being cast aside, being left out in the cold, like discarded, being made to feel like you're not good enough. Just breakup card. I feel like your person is a narcissist, is what it feels like. If there's any cards that I would say make somebody a narcissist, to me it would be these three. I mean, sometimes I can get, maybe this might be a narcissist just on this card alone, but it's there with the Ace of Wands and this toxic karmic lesson crap that hasn't been learned and just keeps repeating, that leads to breakups and Knight of Cups moving forward in love offers and romantic gestures and flirting and taking someone out, like taking actions of romance and trying to move forward in that direction. And it's somebody who knows what they're supposed to do but doesn't do what they're supposed to do because they don't think first. They just follow the wand. When it stands up and points, they got to go see what it's pointing at. They do it. It's definitely here, the King of Cups. King of Cups is the overall energy of the reading, and I feel like this is what you feel about your person. Even though this could be Scorpio or even Pisces energy, I feel like that's representing your person and that you do still have emotions for them. There it is again. But they had an opportunity. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deceptive behavior, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something they shouldn't have been trying to get away with. Man, it's the same story. It's like there's a pause and a break in the connection. There's this energy of balancing it out. This Libra Major Arcana card, Justice, is the most powerful card of balance. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. It's about something unjust and unfair having occurred, something that's out of balance that needs severed and made right. Balance needs restored, so the right, fair, just thing can happen. But there's still this energy of holding on to something that you see as some sort of source of happiness, even though it's probably, and still have happiness tied to balancing it out with this person, even though it's been seen that they've given to more than one while in a commitment. Yeah. And causing endings to working together as equals to build something, to build that 10 of Pentacles, to be combining lives together. And it ends that. Yet there's this holding on to it and not wanting to let go of it. And this element of a cycle repeating, because you're still 1 foot in, 1 foot out about what this is going to tell me right here. And what it's going to tell me is 6 of Swords. Aquarius energy of moving forward into calmer waters. It's leaving the rough, choppy shit from your past behind you and moving forward toward what you want. It's about leaving the past in the past where it belongs. It's about moving away from the 5 of Swords, that mentally, psychologically painful situation or event, the betrayals, the fighting. It's leaving all of that painful stuff behind and moving forward toward what you want. The choice you have is you're moving forward anyway, because we're all moving forward in time. The painful stuff has already happened. It's in the past. You can't change it. So your choice is, do I move forward and carry with me the burdens that pain caused me? Do I keep repeating the cycle and letting that pain control me and trap me and keep repeating on me? Or do I move forward and carry forward with me the lessons that painful thing taught me? That's what this is, the karmic lesson, the karmic hamster wheel, where the lesson wasn't learned and it was repeated. And it was repeated by you, and this is you that's either being left behind or should be leaving behind and moving forward, because there's the Queen of Cups. This is usually Cancer energy, but in a Pisces reading, this can totally represent Pisces, and it does for me all the time. Someone who's the counterpart here, which is probably why you don't want to let go of it and why you want to put the work in on it. You know it's a connection, but you also know that it's not balanced like it should be. And look, there's again the decision that you haven't made to 6 of Swords. Leave it behind and move forward. You haven't made the decision yet. You still have love that you want to pour into this person. Like, these two cards together, like, to me, this can feel like you believe that you have unconditional love for them. And what you would really like to have happen is be reunited with them. But then there's this King of Swords piece of you. This is either Aquarius or Gemini energy. This is a decision-making energy. It's someone who's very smart and very logical and very analytical and rational. And it's someone who's emotionally detached. He does not consult his emotions when he makes decisions. He throws emotions out the window and he looks strictly at what's the truth, what's the facts of the matter, what's right in front of me, what are the numbers, let me add your numbers up, make sure your math is right. It's like paying attention and looking at what's in front of him. Very conscious mind, thinking oriented person. It's head over heart decision making. In fact, he throws the heart out like he doesn't have it. This is a conflict here. This is either your person being this very cold and calculated person that took action on something passion related and causes all this mess, or this is an element of yourself that you're struggling against. You've got your heart telling you one thing. It's why you're going back and forth and juggling two options. Which do I listen to, my heart or my head? My heart's telling me one thing. What I think might be my intuition is telling me one thing, but then there's this logical, rational piece of you going, dumbass, do you not see the pattern here? You're repeating the cycle with him again. He's repeating the cycle. He's not in control of this. He hasn't learned the lesson. He ain't going to. It ain't your job to teach him the lesson. It's your job to learn the lesson. The common sense part of you is screaming the opposite of what your feelings are telling you. Yeah, and here you are in a spot where you're manifesting from that state of being like conflicted about it. Like, you know what they did, yet you want to hold on to them. You want to love them, yet you know what they did. And you're manifesting from a state where, like, one minute you want to get them back, and the next minute it's like, I'm leaving this behind and moving forward. And that's how you manifest a whole bunch of stuff all at the same time that may not be what you actually want or what's best for you. With the Magician being smack dab in the center of your energy, and the Wheel of Fortune out here, and the Devil out here, this really feels like a case where, I hate to say it, but what you were projecting into the universe to begin with caused a person like what I'm seeing here get reflected back to you. And now somehow you keep manifesting the person coming back and like manifesting the cycle repeating with them. And what you're probably hoping for is that they learn the lesson. And then you won't have to keep repeating this cycle this way with them. But that's not what these cycles are about. It's to teach both people a lesson, not for them to learn it and then stop being a douchebag. You know what I mean? It's not how it's going to work. That's your energy for October 2022 in this connection, Pisces. I'm going to try and get us some more room and take a look at your person's energy, because in their energy we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. This is like the wife figure, the mother figure. This would be the person that the King of Pentacles would work together as equals with to build their lives together, to combine lives together, to make that Ten of Pentacles. But there's only one here. I don't have the King still, and I got a lot of cards out of this deck. This feels like some separation between the two of you. Now, you're Pisces. You should be showing up as a water sign. You should be the Queen of Cups, not the Queen of Pentacles here. Unless you're married, or unless you live together, or unless this other person that they have is... Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Why is that here for Pisces person, please? Why is that? Shit. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, second fastest energy, rapid movement, rapid progress on something there's passion, desire for, rapid back and forth, passionate communications happening. In the Two of Wands, this is Aries energy of a fork in the road. It's a crossroads, it's a decision point for them about what path leads me to the world I really want and which path do I leave behind. There's like rapid movement on a decision like that. Star. This can be like, this is Aquarius major arcana. This can be the one for me. Like the person that they view as the one for them. Whether that's you or whether that's this connection with you started up really fast and they made a choice to go down a path with you thinking that you're the one for them. This is also the card that comes after the Tower. So we know a Tower happens. I'm getting ahead of myself, but the very first clarifier is that damn Tower. So this could be the light from the universe that shows up after the Tower to light the way here. Are you going to learn? Look, it's lighting the path on what leads you to the world you want, dude. It's like, not this path. It's not that one. Get off that path. Go very quickly down the other path. That's where healing is. That's where your hope is. That's where everything wish fulfillment is. But they don't do that. Five of Swords. Aquarius energy of mental and psychologically painful situation or event. Betrayal. Bitter words. Words like weapons. Winning at all costs. Like it's stuff like that. And emotional detachment. Pisces energy, Eight of Cups. Detaching and walking away. Ace of Wands, some new opportunity for passion and desire, an opportunity to follow the wand, an opportunity to take action. That was out here with this Knight of Swords, narcissist type energy here. Like, I'm not thinking about anything first. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. Whatever my wand points at, well, I'm going to go dip it in that cup. when I clarify this Queen of Pentacles, this would be like the wife, the mother, I live with this person, or I'm going in the direction, like stable, committed girlfriend type energy. I guess it could be boyfriend too. Like, don't get confused because it's a woman on the card. This is feminine energy, not necessarily female gender, but it causes some tower. There's some collapse related to that, like a collapse of a belief or a collapse of the connection itself. It's probably both of those, because next I have the Lovers in reverse. I don't read reversals, but this one wouldn't let me turn it right side up, so I got to read it to you upside down. Like, the energy's present, so at one time it's like maybe I believed that this person was the one for me, but then something happened to shatter that belief, and I no longer believe they're the one for me. I don't want to be in this love connection anymore. This can also, on the negative side of things, represent a choice between more than one lover, and it's definitely in the reverse here. So with a tower, so if that doesn't scream negative end of things, could be they have an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Virgo, Taurus, or someone that is already a wife somewhere else, or is already married somewhere else, and they're doing something with that. It could be the whole collapse of, like, they thought maybe this is you, like who they were going to build their world around, and then something changed that, and now they've suddenly decided, I don't want to do that anymore. I've got the Chariot here, fastest energy in the deck of like just getting the hell out of Dodge. It can also be like trying to overcome obstacles and challenges and get past all of that stuff through just sheer will alone, and then move forward very quickly. This is a card, though, that the person has to be balanced to get that fast speed. There's no reins connecting the driver, so he uses will alone to power this, to steer it. And there is a definite shadow side and a light side here. We see that with the Devil here, the shadow side. If this person's not in alignment, if they're not balanced the way they're supposed to be, this thing is every bit as good as the Hanged Man. It's a dead stop. Not moving at all. Hangman is their central card. We've got this toxicity in the repeating of the same cycle over and over again. Their first clarifier is the Tower. I've got the Three of Swords here is the next card after this. They're definitely not in alignment. They're not balanced. So this thing either won't move, or worse yet, the dark piece will pull one way, the light piece will pull one way, and it'll rip itself in two as it tries to move forward. That looks like what's happening with the connection. Like the connection is being ripped in two. It's collapsed, actually. And the Three of Swords is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. That third energy does not always have to be a person. And even if it is a person, it doesn't always have to be a romantic third party, although it definitely can be. And it definitely can be in this case. I've seen a lot of hints in that direction. This can be like nosy friends, family members, anybody external to you and this person that's sticking their nose where it doesn't belong can be that third energy. Career can be that third energy. Like anything we do enough of is eventually going to carry an energy with it. So it can be an addiction here. It could be some repeating cycle of addiction, some repeating cycle of toxic behavior. It could be that cycle itself carries its own energy. It could be that cycle itself brings third energies into it. Like, I feel like your person has a thing with having two cups already and then getting another one. Potentially a player at heart. Potentially just can't keep it in their pants, or can't keep their legs together, however that applies. But that's all tied to this Queen of Pentacles energy of like the person I'm building my life with. So don't know if you were married to them or living together or just like committed, definitely in a committed connection that's probably going that way, but all of that is tied to you. Then we've got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy of progress being halted, no forward movement. Things are stuck and stagnant and not going anywhere. Tell me about the Hanged Man, please. Why is the Hanged Man here for Pisces romantic person's interest in October 2022? Really? Good grief. This one. Bottom of the deck. Four of Swords, Aquarius energy, of like trying to stabilize the mind, taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It could be a break in the connection, could be full stop, the no forward movement in the connection. Could be trying to figure out what to do moving forward, how to get this unstuck. The problem I'm feeling already from this Hangman as soon as I touched it is that this is someone who's trying, like the reason the Hanged Man hangs upside down is it's someone who's trying to look at things from a different perspective, like a different point of view than they would normally look at things from. And they do that trying to figure out how to get this unstuck and how to move forward. Or why is it stuck and not moving forward? Going inside to figure that out. The focus, though, is on looking at things from a different perspective. Not looking at me from a different perspective. Not being the hermit and having the courage to look into the shadows of all that shit I've got buried down in there that controls me and the cycle that I continuously run through of doing that. It's not looking at that. It's looking external at the things and the people and the circumstances and the situations, and that thing that happened to me is all why this is all stuck. It's all your fault, Pisces. It's all what they said to me at work yesterday. It's all, well, she shouldn't have showed up looking all hot and I wouldn't have boned her. It's that mentality. If it's not my fault, it's something outside of me that's at fault. This is like the blame game, the helpless victim feel to it. Look, trying to figure out something here. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deceptive behavior, sneaking around behind backs, trying to get away with something. How do I get this unstuck and figure out how to continue getting away with the thing that I know I shouldn't be doing, but I'm doing it anyway? How do I continue getting away with not doing the thing I know I should be doing? I don't like this person's energy at all. Clarifying the Hanged Man, I got way too many cards. I normally get 3, I got 6. So, Page of Cups. There's that damn Knight of Swords again. 3 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. Page of Wands. The Empress. Okay. This is some very fast forward moving, not thinking about it. Here's why this is stuck. They were sending lovey-dovey messages, communicating and messages about love and emotions, expressing feelings, flirting, early stages of a love offer, immature emotional energy here. Fast, decisive action on doing that. Again, that to me, I got the Knight of Swords on both sides of this. In your energy, they're showing up as the Knight of Swords. In their own energy, they're showing up as the Knight of Swords. And I've got these two down here. This is a narcissist to me. This is what this feels like, a narcissist. They're not here for any other reason than to teach you some lesson, Pisces. This is not who you're supposed to be with. It's not who you're supposed to be with. Maybe you believed that at some point, but that has collapsed. It's not who you're supposed to be with. They're hung up because things are a narcissist. When they're in this 3 of Pentacles with you, Capricorn energy, teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build that 10 of Pentacles, the King and the Queen working together to make it. You're present in this connection, but they're not. The King of Pentacles still isn't out here, and we're almost done by this point. When they're in this teamwork and collaboration and building something with you, you're in it, but they're not. They're not present here. They're not present here, like physically or in the emotional or spiritual sense of it. In a connection with you, but this is also a choice about the connection and moving forward, overcoming obstacles or not. Am I in balance or not to even have this connection and move forward with it without causing heartbreak and sadness and third parties and forcing choices between more than one person, more than one cup of love getting in the mix, and having the willingness to take the steps down that path toward the wand, toward the passion and the desire. Again, 2 pages in this column. Immature energy. And even in the midst of working together and in a relationship, they still have the willingness to take those steps and communicate those emotions and flirt and have love offers and just do it and not even have to think about it and birth something new with someone else and bring that third party in and hurt you. Like, don't care one bit. Only thing I'm trying to figure out is how to keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Keep juggling. Final card for them. 2 of Wands. This is Aries energy. This is a fork in the road for them. It's a decision point about what path leads them to the world that they really want, and which path do they need to leave behind in order to get what they really want. Notice it is a Wands card. It's about passion, desire. What am I the most passionate about? What do I have the most desire for? What do I have the most will and determination for? Tell me about this 2 of Wands for Pisces person, please. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. Again, this is twice in this reading. I'm clarifying a card and I get the same card on the bottom of the deck. There is a choice that they're making strictly about what it is that they want. Not about what you want or what's best for you or what's best for the relationship. As far as they're concerned, you ain't the one for them. I love me, not you. And I think that's a big tower moment for you. I love me. I love flirting and exchanging lovey-dovey and passionate messages with people. I like being able to act on it whenever the opportunity arises. I don't want to think about it or have to figure out how to keep it secret and hide it. I just want to go birth it. I just want to start the new thing. And totally content with juggling you and another person at the same time. Does not bother them at all. Yeah, they take rapid action on putting the work in on that. Final cards that clarify this 2 of Wands for them. The Star, which on the surface, I will admit, looks pretty good until you get here. Ace of Swords and the Moon. The Star is that Aquarius major arcana energy, healing, hope. Hope that this can be healed. Like, do I choose the path where we can heal this and keep the hope alive? Or do I choose the path that I'm stuck in, the path that I've been stuck in and been doing over and over and over and over again? Which path do I choose? Well, I'm cutting off the path that has hope in it. I'm making my choice. I'm going from these 2 options, cutting off the other option to where there's one option left. And it's a sword, not a cup. So this to me screams like, I choose to cut off the hope that this is ever going to heal, or cut off the hope that I'm going to heal. I mean, if you have hope that you can correct this type of shit, you have to be willing to admit that you have this type of shit going on. And this ain't someone who admits that. This is someone who blames it on everything but themselves. And yes, I would say that they probably didn't cause whatever this is. They didn't just choose to do this. Somebody probably hurt them and they never processed it and healed it the right way, whether that was when they were a kid, something happened, or in a relationship. But usually people don't choose the devil energy. But they're not willing to face it. They're not willing to do the work to deal with it. Every time I see the card of work for them, it's always buried behind rapid, passionate action or rapid, passionate communications. And I've got the moon as the final card to clarify this. This is fear, worry, and anxiety. It can be fear, worry, and anxiety about uncertainty for them. It could be that. But it could also be something being hidden in the dark, a secret being kept. It could be that they're like still communicating with you and still trying to keep you stuck. Hence why it felt to me so strongly like you were stuck to them and holding on to them. Maybe they're trying to keep it a secret, like make you believe that there's, like, this could be an illusion, even make you believe that there's hope there when really there is no hope, and just keep you stuck in the karmic hamster wheel with them. I don't like the way this person feels.